They really tried to accommodate everybody here, and I thought that that was special.
This whole 4 days we've had a lot of great food. You know, we've had cooks coming in, cooking for us.
I spent most of my time cooking and organizing things.
There's the dinner bell. Supper. Oh, shepherd's pie.
Hello there.
Chickpeas?
Yeah.
Some cheese. Carbohydrate. Chickpeas? You like some chickpeas?
Chickpeas? Extra chickpeas.
I want.
This is what you got.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
People just coming together to be like, oh, hey, dinner needs to be cooked, let's work on that, or like, oh, we gotta cover that late night security shift, let's get on that, and those types of things. So you guys are phenomenal. I mean, obviously we couldn't have done it without you, but thank you.
Well, it's a coming together of people from really all around the world.
I'm coming up from South Florida. This is also a Southeast convergence, which I don't think I'll be able to make it there, but I happen to be in the Northeast. And you know, this stuff definitely doesn't recognize geographic boundaries.
Not everyone was from the Northeast, and these struggles are global. And the skills that people shared here came from all around.
People from all over the Northeast, from all these different backgrounds, have been able to meet and hang out and become friends.
To communicate things we've known for a really long time. But I feel like I've let slip away from us, and I think it's really good to see people reconnecting like this.
I love the energy of this generation. And I think that they can carry on this struggle. I think that they can do it this time with the older generation's connections, which I think back then we was ready to throw off the older generations because we felt like they just wasn't going to do anything and they were holding us back. This generation has our support. I think a lot of my peers, though, need to really let them go and lead this, you know. But we're there for them and we're happy to see them, you know, so that we know that this struggle is going to be carried on. If somebody is dreaming and somebody is fighting, then that means there's a chance we can win.
At this point in the state of the world,
in times of instability,
do you think that the global environmental crisis can be at all reversed or fixed, or do you think it's too late and we should start moving on?
I think we're kind of in deep at this point, and we kind of have to start taking immediate and urgent action.
Small changes make huge differences later on. And like, I say that we're in one of those times.
Crisis means something that's scary and something that's negative and something to be avoided. But crisis, in fact, is an opportunity for all sorts of things to happen that hadn't been happening.
There's that possibility of changing that trajectory, not necessarily by electing somebody who's going to declare that we change it, right? But by designing our projects, by designing the work that we do in our communities with our friends, to just be a contradiction to the way things are working now. And if we connect enough of those projects, making those contradictions, you know, creating a picture of this, a picture within this current society, of the society that we're trying to work for, then we can change that trajectory.
But as long as we can come together in spaces like this and talk about issues like this and confront even difficult things that we know we're going to have to face in terms of building our own collective power, then we got a chance. We got a chance of saving our lives and connecting with others so that it feels like we're helping the world save itself.
The trick is just to not get stuck in despair and to help keep each other going and keep each other alive and keep conversations of which this is just one example, right? to keep these conversations alive of like strategy and how are we going to make the change that we want to make and how are we going to help each other stay alive and do our work.
That water's moving, making waves, some big, some small, some little drips, some big white water. It's talking, that water. That's the way it talks. That's the way it moves, because it's living.
Because really smoke is, all smoke is it's a whole bunch of small particles. And the very small particles are going to get through anything.
But the real purpose is always to just allow people to meet each other and connect and set up these regional networks so that they can go back to their communities and do stuff there, as well as building a larger Northeast network.
And so I've been trying to figure out how to strategize around building a environmental direct action movement.
Well, we just had the strategy sessions
to discuss these storms that the confluence will be creating afterwards.
Storm, thunderstorm.
When the rain came,
Well, we just had a thunderstorm, and all the thunder beings descended on the lawn to save the world.
There was a big sudden thunderstorm, and everybody just ran around and gathered up things that needed to be moved. Everything from the outdoor kitchen got brought inside in various places, and people took on roles helping with cooking and stuff. And then the storm passed, and there was a big rainbow.
Beautiful rainbow after the storm. So that's really awesome.
I saw people I'd never seen before jumping up with me to grab a tarp and take out the poles and running with like the young kids into the bus. And everybody just came together, and it was just one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
people do things not only collectively, but people have a really great way of working out challenges, you know. And that could be whether when the rain came yesterday, it's time to pack up and go somewhere else. It's like on the spot, people are figuring out, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it?
We need to come up with more tangible goals and figure out things where we can kind of collaborate and build relationships. I think building movements is based on building relationships with each other. And if we don't have opportunities that are tangible and concrete to organize around, then I think we sort of just flail a little bit.
And sometimes people would try to, you know, cross, but I think it's really going to happen after this. We made some pretty concrete plans, and I'm really excited about it.
It's Sunday. It's the last day of the confluence, and I've seen a beautiful weekend of just effective coalition building, and like I've met people and I've been inspired, and I'm ready to take that home to my community and get working on stuff because I'm fired up about this.
This place definitely keeps that spark going of like why we need to be working for social justice, and so yeah, there's work to do.
I think they're all fighting for the same thing, which is a sustainable and just world. So I'm excited. I think this was productive.